A very good morning to my class 5. How are you guys doing? I hope and I'm sure that you guys are all keeping safe, doing well, and at the end of the day, eating properly, sleeping properly, playing properly, studying. I'll come at the last. Studying as well, right? So you have to study, there's no other option to be a good human being in life. You have to study, and as well you have to have knowledge of most of the things, right? You have to become a good person. You have to see the reformers, how they reformed our country, what were their thoughts. So we are on SSC today, and we have done with Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Dayanand Saraswati. I have explained. Last we were on the 28th on Pandita Ramabai. Now I had already explained to you about Pandita Ramabai, but I'm going to go ahead and read again a part from there, and I'll explain it. Another one thing I want to tell you, that you have to make sure that you go to the download sites and check your homeworks, and I'll be putting up solved questions also. I'll be giving some MCQs, which is not in your book, not in your question. But if you read your chapter properly, you'll be able to answer everything. That's just for a practice, So you must view everything from all sides. You should have a view, and you should have a appearance of one subject from many views. It's not only in the back of the question answers that you'll do, and you will come to know about the chapter, right? So that's what we are going to do, and that will be the best thing for to keep in practice and getting on with our subjects. You listen to me, just do it, and you see, you won't regret it. So practice always makes a man perfect, right? Okay, so Pandita Ramabai, page 110. She was born in 1858. She was a poet and a fighter for women's rights. We know that. She was a scholar at a time when women were not encouraged to study. In fact, her father was thrown out of his house because he had angered people by educating his wife. My wife, I am going to educate her. What has got to do people with it? Society was like that. The society did not want women to learn anything. I guess it was a case of inferiority complex, that they feared that the woman might go above them. We still have this complex in our society, that if a girl or a woman or a wife or a friend earns more money than the partner, there is problem. There is anguish, there is the jealousy, there is the selfishness. I don't know why, but what's the harm if anyone earns more than you? What a problem. If a man works 18 hours or 12 hours or something happens, it's okay. Don't ask me questions, where I had been, what I was doing. But if a girl is there outside working, 100 questions. Where were you? Why were you there? What is this, that? Still it happens. But on a general basis, in modern, a non-taboo area like metropolitan cities, girls are topmost. They just go around, they do their work, they do their jobs. Mostly are all women working girls. High positions in human resources, HR departments, they are mainly girls. Managers, bosses, all girls. Bank managers, doctors. Ramabai could recite 20,000 verses by the age of 15. Though she faced numerous social taboos, she tried to improve the position of women in the society. She faced a lot of taboos. Girls are not supposed to do this, you are not supposed to, who the hell are you, why are you coming and disturbing us? That's sorts of like that. There are a lot of problems. When you do a good thing, many obstacles come in life. Many things will come to stop it. But we have to go on. Keep on doing the right thing, obviously you will win one day. Success will come. She founded the Arya Mahila Samaj in Pune and later the Shraddha Sadan, a shelter home for widows. She worked for poor women and widows, and she felt they were neglected by the society. She helped find jobs for widows so that they would not be dependent on their families. She started school for girls and inspired them to educate themselves. She wrote a number of books in Marathi and Hindi. She made homes for these widows. Where will they go? Families torching them, they keep them like a worker in the house. Why don't you earn yourself and live your life? Everyone has got the right to live their life, isn't it? My rules, my life. I have heard some students saying that. Sir, my rule, my life. Okay, live it. But while living it, you have to follow some rules. Your rules have to go on in the right way. Okay, so that's a positive attitude, my rule, my life, your rule. My life, your rule never happens. Only my. Okay, now we come to Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. He was also a reformer, a philosopher rather. His actual name is Syed Ahmad Taqvi bin Syed Muhammad Mutaki. Commonly known as Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. He was an Islamic reformer, Muslim reformer, philosopher of 19th century, British India when British was there. Born into a family with strong debts to the Mughal court. Family had lot of debts. They had taken a lot of loan from the Mughals, and they were still stuck in the courts of the Mughal courts, not justice posting in Delhi, in the Mughal Empire. Ahmad studied the Quran and sciences within the court. Okay. He was born 17th October 1817, Delhi. Died March 1898, 27th of March 1898 in Aligarh. Full name I told you, Ahmad Taqvi bin Syed Muhammad Mutaki. You must try to remember these names. MCQs, if you ever give any exams for MCQs, it's going to help you a lot. Education was in the East India Company College during the British time. He was buried in a mosque, Sir Syed House Mosque. It was under his name only, in Aligarh. He has written books like The Causes of the Indian Revolt. Okay. Why was he called Sir Syed Ahmad Khan? He wanted the Muslims to understand the value of education. When the Muslims believed Western education was un-Islamic, it is not to do anything with Islam. To conclude, there are only few of Sir Syed's services, but with all his services, he became popular with the British. Okay. He was a British Indian. Now we'll go into some more details. Now Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was an Islamic pragmatist. Okay. And what's a pragmatist? A pragmatist is a philosophical tradition that began in the United States of America in 1870. Its origins are often attributed to the philosopher Charles Sanders Peirce. Practical effects of objects of one's conception is called pragmatism. He was called the KCSI, the most exalted order of the Star of India. Is an order of chivalry founded by Queen Victoria in 1861. The order includes members of 3 classes: Knight Grand, Commander, and so and so. He was one of them. And he was an Islamic reformer. The Islam modernism is a movement that had been described as the first Muslim ideological response to the Western culture challenge. His attempt was to keep the Islamic faith with modern values such as democracy, civil rights, nationality, equality, and progress it further. He wanted that. His family had lot of debts. Ahmed studied the Quran and sciences within the court. He was awarded honorary LLD from the University of Edinburgh. He got a LLD, that is Legum Doctor, is a doctorate level academic degree in law, not a injection doctor or medicine doctor. Okay, so I'll come back in the next video.